Howdy everyone and welcome. My name is the Majin Jester and I'm back with the 6th part of What If the Z Fighters Were Celebrities. Last time we left off, right after the fight with Raditz and the death of Goku, and the Saiyans now being on their way. As we return, how will our famous heroes prepare for this upcoming threat? And first, how will they tell the world of its hero's death? Let's not delay anymore and find out now. We return to the scene as Goku's body fades away as Kame contacts the group via telepathy to tell them why, like in canon, that Goku's body is being taken to the afterlife. After that is settled and Krillin reports to the king, King Furry takes a long pause and says, "Okay, the people deserve to know some of the details that happened here. The Dragon Balls are common enough knowledge as your exploits have become known. A matter that may have been better to hide, but we are here now. I'll have a report about Goku's death and how we plan to use the Dragon Balls in a year. And if anyone has one, to give it in for a reward, with trying to keep one being an offense at this given time. We will keep the matter of Gohan secret for now. No need to add panic where it can't be helped. I'll say he and Chi-Chi are not to be disturbed under law after the events for now. As for the saiyans, that is a harder issue. We should scatter info about it, allow people moments between info drops. Say we're looking into the threat and allow people time between, to not panic so much." Krillin agrees with the king and the rest trust his judgment, with Tien hesitating a little but agreeing. As the group gets into the plane and flies back, they are silent as they go back to tell the others. Krillin goes to Chi-Chi, who is distraught and reacts much like canon, as Krillin does his best to console her. Then, after a few days and the Z fighters can recover a little, the king releases his official statement, as they tell the people limited information, mentioning Raditz was an alien invader and that they are looking into his ship's logs to find his motives, and that info will be given as it's found, but that Goku had passed, even if they have plans to use the Dragon Balls in a year, and the restrictions on said Dragon Balls for now. The reaction is immense across the planet, as worry, shock, sadness, and fear spread as the hero of the world had died while the world wasn't looking. People wonder what's going to happen, about what the killer's goals were, if there are more of them, and if they can bring him back so simply in a year. These events sparked talks around the world about the Dragon Balls and who should be able to use them. While in Yamcha's books there was mystery and exaggeration that make it where not everyone fully bought it, but with the king mentioning them here, it sparks talks, to say the least. In other news, letters from around the world from those Goku helped anew, like Suno and Ader, Upa and Bora, and many others give messages for Chi-Chi by mail, which help her through this rough time. Moving on from the world's reaction, the Z Fighters reflect on this battle disheartened. Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, the whole Phoenix School felt and saw how they compared to the power of just one Saiyan. And they failed. Now 2 stronger ones were coming in just a year. But they try to keep focus and prepare themselves for what's coming. At first, Tien and Krillin seem resolute in rescuing Gohan, being stronger than in the original, thinking that they could get him out. But the impending Saiyans' arrival and their recent failures, it lessens their confidence. And when Kami says not to push the issue, and that given Piccolo's goal, he won't kill the boy, and that Kami himself will keep an eye on them. Reluctantly, the group agree and leave it be, even if Krillin and Tien are not able to forget about the past. Now the Z Fighters prepare to start training for the Saiyans, but some changes happen. When Kami offers to train Tien and a few students of the Phoenix School he thinks could take it, that being Yurine and Pomput, Tien actually declines. "I'm sorry, Kami. Thank you for your offer, but I failed to keep my students safe one time already. I plan to train with all of them for the time that I have. I'm sorry." Kami is surprised but accepts. You are a leader and a teacher yourself. I understand. Just make sure you prepare well. This results in the Z Fighters splitting up, with the original group minus Tien going up to Kami's lookout, even if Yamcha hesitated for a moment, while Tien and his students begin to help rebuild Sun City and their school before starting their own training for the Saiyans' arrival. We will start with the Kami side as things start like normal, except for after some training, Kami goes to Krillin to talk to him alone. So, what did you want to talk about, Kami-sama? Krillin, I just wanted to discuss something with you. A proposition, if I may call it. Do you remember the offer I gave Goku after he defeated Piccolo in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament? Oh yeah, you offered him Guardian Earth, right? But Goku ended up Wait, you don't mean you're offering that job to me? I can't. I'm nowhere near qualified or as strong as Goku. Oh, you sound so sure. I personally would say you're just as qualified as Goku was when I offered it to him. What? I'm sorry, Kami, but how can you even say that? I just failed against Raditz, with Goku having to pick up my slack. And before that, I lost to Piccolo immediately. And I have consistently been behind Goku and Tien. How am I even in the running? You are being much too hard on yourself, Krillin. A fighter's strength isn't the only thing that makes them capable. I see those events very differently. You managed to surprise and face Piccolo despite not having known or prepared for his return. And during this recent threat, you stayed to the plan given, but knew when to jump in. Goku and Piccolo would not have been successful without you given Piccolo's move limit to a charge. But even then, I'd be dead if Tien hadn't shown up. You expect yourself to be flawless, and the strongest to be successful. I myself found my own power insufficient when facing Piccolo. By your own measure, I shouldn't be Earth's guardian. Krillin, I truly believe you have the potential to be an even better guardian for Earth than I. Krillin is stunned by this, pausing to take in what Kami is saying. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I fully agree with your choice, but I'm honored you think so. But I feel I can't accept right now. I am the General of Earth. I can't just leave the king hanging, and all the people down there are counting on me. Kami pauses a moment before a smile forms across his face. Very well. I didn't expect you to accept immediately anyway. And please, continue to think on it. Your duties are important, and your respect for your role further makes me feel I have made the right judgment about you. However, I believe you may be even a better choice than Goku or Tien. I am honored to hear that, Kami. Really, I am. And I will think about it. I will. Thank you. And while we are training for the Saiyans, I would like to show you some abilities that may prove useful for you if you accept. We can see if you have the potential for them. Krillin pauses before chuckling. Hey, I want you to know this doesn't mean I accept, but if it could help against the Saiyans, I'm all for it. As that conversation ends and they walk off. As the team on the lookout continues their training with Kami and Mr. Popo, Krillin receives some special training on the sidelines from Kami while Popo trains the others during those times. With that, we move away from Kami's lookout to Sun City, where after some time rebuilding some damaged parts of the city, the Phoenix School starts their training for the coming threat. However, after the events with Raditz, most of the school took this as a sign they needed to grow, or as motivation. Tien's students had noticed, however, that Tien had been slightly more distant since the event, still teaching them well and working hard, but it's noticeable. A few of his students try to bring it up, but Tien assures them that he is fine, and so things go on like this for about a week or so, until one day, Launch, in her blonde form, has had enough and at first asks, but then forces Tien to talk about what's going on with him. While the irate blonde Launch grabs Tien and drags him to a room to start their conversation, The rest of the group, including Yurine, Pomput, Girin, and Hercule, are left alone. To note, at this time, Chaozu is looking after Videl. All of the Phoenix School take shifts to watch over her while Hercule is training, with Chaozu being the one at this moment. The group continues their training in pairings, but Pomput, seeing Tien being dragged off, starts a conversation with those left. Hey guys, let's take a break. I think it's time we discuss what we all have been thinking about. Yurine, who had been sparring with Pomput, stops. Seems annoyed a moment since she was winning their spar, but joins in. You sure this isn't just because you were losing? Heh, fine. I can beat you when we get back. Girin and Hercule, who were sparring, paused to join as well.
Yeah, this place has been on edge lately.
You thought so too? Didn't know if I should bring it up since I'm the newest of the group. They all sit in a circle, awkward for a moment, before the group exhales as a tension beneath the surface starts to leave. So, I know it is hard to bring up, but how are you all doing? Really? There is a long pause before Girin speaks first.
It's been a lot. It was all so sudden. One moment we were training and I felt like we reached some type of peace. Then the next, we are helpless to stop what is apparently the weakest of 3 invading aliens? A species that apparently Goku is as well. Still struggling with that part, even if it does explain a little.
Yeah, all that and Goku dying as well. Still doesn't feel quite real.
Yeah, and it's not a comforting thought to know that you and me died before.
It really does feel surreal. I have been feeling great since joining this school. Felt like I was doing something real for a change. But in that moment, I almost regretted it. Wait, I don't mean I regret it, I don't feel forced to hide it, Hercule. It's not a crime to feel fear. Even I was terrified by how useless I was. I couldn't even hurt the guy. There is an anger to Yurine's voice, but directed at no one. I've worked for so long. First to be the strongest of the Crane School, then to remake myself, and neither were enough. No, none of that. Yeah, we didn't have what we needed back then, but moping about it won't do us any good, especially not for the strongest member besides Tien. Yurine smirks at this. So you actually admit it? It'd be stupid not to. So stop dragging yourself down and look forward, or we will all get ahead of you. Yurine, you've changed a lot. Don't forget that.
Yeah, you've shown expressions beyond just being annoyed or angry.
Ha, very funny. Remind me to spar with you next. The group laughs before another awkward silence, with Hercule breaking it this time.
Yeah, I know we need to look at the future, but one thing I want to say. I don't want to leave you guys again. I know I had to get Videl out. Don't regret that a second. Just seeing you all down like that, I thought you had died. I know I probably wouldn't have helped, but I plan to stand along with you, all of you, genuinely. And I'll be there next time. So hold me to that. So I don't fall back into being a coward, you know, when the time comes and all that.
There is a pause while the other 3 hear this, before Girin smiles.
Got it, Herc.
On one condition, though. You have to make sure you actually keep up with us. I won't let you risk your life if you're not up to snuff. You gotta be there for Videl after all. Hercule sighs with visible relief.
Got it. In fact, I'm gonna run circles around all you. Once those saiyans get here, I'll be able to take on one of them all by myself.
Alright, Hercule, don't get a big head now. But since the mood is back, how about we get back to our training? But before that, Pomput extends a hand to the middle of the group. We promise here and now, we do all we can to help each other get stronger, and keep us all alive. You all in? Girin and Hercule pause a moment before extending their hands, while Yurine hesitates before sighing with a smile and doing the same. As they bump their fists together and then get back to sparring, where Yurine keeps her word after finishing her spar with Pompet, goes and beats Girin with ease, we end there for now. Alright, pause from there. This is part 6.1. As I learned, I wrote a bit too much and re-upped a bit too much. Making this episode would be way too long if I released it all together. So this will be 6.1 and 6.2 will be coming out a little bit later this week. Hope you all enjoyed, and this is the Majin Jester, and see ya.